City Scene on Screen, and I'm your host, Dominic DiMiola, and we have a wonderful guest, Sanja Hopkins, and she is a beautiful guest, and she is about to sing some nostalgic, classical, and beautiful jazz music. So break off and sing it off.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see, and we're all together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the care that hung around me through the week seemed to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak, and we're off together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to climb a mountain and reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to go out fishing on a river or a creek, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arms about you, your charms about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see, and we're all together dancing cheek to cheek. Shabba-do-do-do-boo-ba-boo-ba-ba. Ba-do-do-da-do-do-da. Ba-do-do-da-do-do-da. Shoo-doo-da-boo-da-ba-do-do-do-do-da-da. Ba-do-da-da-da-da. Oh, dance with me, I want my arms about you, my charms about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly see, and we seem to find the happiness I speak, and we're all together dancing cheek to cheek, all together dancing cheek to cheek, out together dancing cheek to cheek. The look of love is in your eyes, the look your smile can't disguise, the look of love is saying so much more than words could ever say. And with my heart I heard well, it takes my breath away. I can hardly wait to hold you, feel my arms around you. How long I have waited just to love you. Now that I have found you, you've got the look shooting of love is on your face, a look that time can't erase. Be mine tonight. Let this be the start of so many nights like these. Let's take a lover's vow and let's seal it with a kiss. I can hardly wait to hold you, feel my arms around you. How long I have waited just to love you. Now that I have found you, don't ever go. Don't you ever go. I love you so. I can hardly wait to hold you, feel my arms around you. How long I have waited just to love you. Now that I have found you, don't ever go. Don't you ever go. Don't you ever go. Don't you ever go. Shabba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I love you so.
This is the Music City Scene on Screen, and I'm your host, Dominic DiMiola, and this is your musical guest, jazz performer, Sanja Hopkins.
Hi, Dominic. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great.
I'm glad to have you today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you've done some great music today.
Well, I certainly enjoy jazz. It is a passion for me. It's one of the things that I love to do, and singing has always been a big part of me, and I love that.
Well, tell us about yourself, Sanja.
Well, I'm Sanja Hopkins, and I live here in Nashville. I've been here for about 12 years now, and I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama, and yes,
Wow.
and so I grew up in a home that was surrounded with the arts and musical instruments and things like that, and my parents loved the jazz greats, Cole Porter, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday. So our home was serenaded with that type music. So it was pretty much a given that I would do something in music or with the arts. So.
Well, that's some great music right there.
It is. It really is.
That is some really good music.
It really is.
I listen to a lot of that too. I mean, I love all that old school music. I mean, it's great. Do you like the 60s or 60s music?
Well, yes, I like all of the time frames. It was just, you know, with Ella Fitzgerald, she had so many classics up through the, you know, late 60s into the early 70s. And I love all of those classics. And my passion is to do a lot of the nostalgic classics. So when I write my songs as a songwriter, I actually really glean from them because I like to keep something that's very authentic. And I think jazz is a very authentic gift, and you really have to know really what you want when you're doing jazz because there's so many people that are great at it.
So where all can you find your music at?
Well, right now, of course, you can go to my website, which is www.sanjahopkins.com,
Yeah.
and you spell my name Sonja. Some people spell it Y, but it is actually J-A. You can go to my website and look at some information on me there, as well as see that I normally perform jazz and jokes here in Nashville, as well as some jazz and jokes.
That's cool.
Yes, and I recently did a performance at the Frist Art Museum. I'm very excited about that. I'm going to be going back there as well, so I should be frequenting the Frist pretty frequently, so I'm excited about that as well. I'm also working on a new project, and so my single will be out soon, and the name of it is called Fallen in Love, and it's actually just a tribute to my relationship with music and jazz.
Well, with all the people listening to the music and the voice that you have, people should be falling in love with it.
Well, I hope so. I really do. I'm really humbled by this experience. It's been great. I love I love to sing, and I love the people. I love the relationships that it's afforded me to have with people in business. And music is just a pathway to the heart, I believe. And I believe that there are a lot of people that enjoy music. And you never know. I mean, sometimes it helps brighten up your day. So I'm excited about the journey and everything that I've had to come with it.
So who are your main inspirations?
Well, as I said, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, some of my more contemporary artists that I really enjoy is, of course, Layla Hathaway, Diana Krall. Love the Look of Love is one of my favorite pieces to do, as you see, and I love The Look of Love. It's just a great song. And then, in addition to that, of course, I love Rachelle Farrell. She has these incredible notes that she hits, and she's just, you know, they're just classic, and I just love them. They're great influences for me.
Yes. Do you know how to play any instruments?
Well, I know how to pick out a few keys on the piano, and I think I played the clarinet for probably 4 or 5 years when I was in high school. But yes, so that really helped me with my breathing techniques and things like that. And right, so I don't really play the clarinet anymore. I'm sure that instrument is at home with my mom.
You know, well, do you have any family?
Yes, I have family here. My husband lives here, Stephen Hopkins. We've been married for 9 years, actually. It'll be 9 years this year. And I met him here in Nashville. And of course, my church family, my pastor, who is actually my brother-in-law, Greg Hopkins and Gloria Hopkins here at Anointed Life Fellowship Church in Nashville. And so I go to church there. I also sing on the praise and worship team. So that's my family here. So, and then of course my other family from where I'm from still lives in Mobile.
Well, I'm sure that whoever gains on getting the clarinet will sure get some strong lungs.
Well, I hope so. I'm hoping that my niece, I have a niece and nephew that live in Mobile. I'm hoping my niece will pick up that instrument. That would be a great instrument for her.
I sure hope so.
I hope so too.
I mean, clarinets and flutes and things like that.
Right,
Very, they have a mystic sound about them.
That's true. You're right. And I think that as an artist, it is so important for us to train our vocals in a way that, you have perfect pitch, and you want to make sure your pitch and your tones and your breathing is really, really there in order for you to be able to sing jazz, especially. So those instruments definitely help you capture that.
Yeah. So how long have you really been performing? I mean, have you been performing since you were a child?
I have. I actually started off in the youth choir, as many performers started, singing small songs in the choir in the children's choir at the age of 4 and 5. Like I said, my family has always made sure that my sister and I have focused on the arts and focused on music, and always been there to really make sure that we get a good foundation, and as a musical foundation. And so we started off at church. So her and myself, we both worked and sang in church, and we did that for years. And I actually was a gospel artist for a very long time and recorded some songs with several producers here in Nashville, and as well as in Mobile. So I've really enjoyed that journey. It was probably about 2 years ago when I realized that I needed to make a change and look into switching over to jazz, because it was really in my roots, and everything I sang sounded like a jazz song. So I might as well go ahead and accept it.
Well, actually, God also, set you off in the choir.
Right, that's exactly right. Every good and perfect gift comes from Him. And so with that being the case, He gave me this jazz voice. He gave me those major chord and minor keys. He gave those to me. So I really am enjoying this journey in jazz and just using the gift that He's afforded me. Very thankful for it.
Oh, you have an extraordinary voice.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I'm excited about it.
Yes. Do you have any other CDs from the past?
Well, actually, one of my songs that I recorded from gospel is actually Minister Bruce Seawood out of Atlanta, Georgia. They recorded one of the songs that I wrote, and it was produced by Roger Ryan. I wrote the song called Because of You, and that song is actually available on iTunes as well. And they sang it, and their choir performed it there, and they recorded it. And so as a songwriter, I've written lots of songs, and so I was really honored to see that someone was able to pick it up and be able to sing it as well. With this new project that I'm working on, the name of the CD will be called The Awakening, and it's about my jazz journey and the awakening to jazz for me. Fallen in Love will be the single, and I actually just finished in the studio about a week ago, and I'm very excited about where that's going to take me. And so we'll have a great project that'll be coming after that as well.
Well, see, you can make a lot of money.
That's good too, but I really want to enjoy the journey. It's been so much fun for me. I love to sing, and I love the excitement. So I just like that.
Well, in the future, what do you think the future holds for you?
Well, for the future for Sandra Hopkins music, I would have to say that the road is so great, and it will be marvelous. I know it'll be marvelous. There's so many great things like tours, as well as new singing engagements, and of course get an opportunity to sing in different states and different places. I'm really looking forward to that, and so being here today is definitely a step in that direction. So thank you guys again for having me. Thank you so much. So Dominic, how people can get in touch with me is they can contact me on my website, www.sandrahopkins.com, or they can reach out to me on Facebook. I'm at Sandra Hopkins Music Artist page as well. And then they also can reach me via email, which is sandrahopkinsmusic@gmail.com. I'm also on Reverb Nation and Twitter. So I'm Sandra P. Hopkins on Twitter. So they have so many avenues to get in touch with me to see where I'm going to be performing. And I would love for people to reach out and just give us an opportunity to come out.
Oh, well, I'm sure after they see you on my show, they'll be ready to come on out.
And thank you again, Dominic. I really appreciate you having me on the show.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming to be on my show.
Thank you.
Summertime fish are jumping and the cotton is high, so high. Your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking, so hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing, 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 and you'll spread your wings as you take to the sky. But till that morning comes, oh, nothing's gonna harm you. Oh, with mommy and daddy, they are standing by, standing by. Nothing will harm you. No, no, they're standing by. Shoo-ba-da-ba-ba-bang, shoo-ba-da-bee-ba-da-da-da. Them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. For the Bible says, and that still is news, Mama may have, and Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Shoo-dum-dum-dum-dum-dang-dang, shoo-ba-da-ba-ba-bang. Now the strong gets weak while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets, they don't even seem to make the grade. Mama may have, and Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Shoo-dum-dum-dum-dum-day. Ooh, money, money. You've got lots of friends crowding around your door. But when the money's gone and all the spending ends, they don't come around anymore. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You don't have to worry too much. Say Mama may have, and Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Shoo-doo-dum-da-doo-dum-da-dum-dum. Shoo-ba-da-ba-ba-bang, shoo-ba-doo-dee, shoo-ba-dee-dee, sha-no-no-no-no-no. Yeah, God bless the child that's got his own. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo-doo-doo-day. God bless the child. Ba-doo-doo-da-doo-doo-doo. Da-doo-doo. Money, money, money. You've got lots of friends crowding around your door. But when the money's gone and all the spending ends, they don't come around anymore. Rich relations give crusted bread and such. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry too much, 'cause Mama may have, and Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Shoo-doo-dum-dee-dum-doo-dum-dee-dum-doo. Shoo-ba-da-ba-ba-bang, doo-doo-doo-wee, doo-doo-doo-wee. God bless the child that's got his own.